So this video, I started this video, I don't know, maybe a month and a half ago. I got a comment in one of my videos about where I thought the best place to buy a piece of equipment or heavy equipment, tractor, backhoe, mini excavator, dozer, whatever you're looking for, where I thought the best place to get that would be. Now it kind of depends on you. It depends on the person buying that piece of equipment. If you're willing to spend a good amount of money, I would get a newer piece of equipment because you're gonna have less headaches with it. There's less chance that a tire's gonna pop or be worn out, need replacement. Hydraulic hoses, they wear out over time, they get old, they get sun-baked and cracked. They need to be replaced. So if you buy a newer piece of equipment, it's gonna cost you more, but you're gonna put less money into that as you're working with it. You buy an older piece of equipment, like my Case backhoe. It's a 1968 Case 580 CK backhoe. It's older, and every once in a while a hydraulic line will break. So I'll have to stop what I'm doing, take the hydraulic line off, take it into town, match up the ends, cut a length of hose. Well, they do all that work. I don't have to worry about that, but I pay for that. And it can be anywhere from 50 bucks to 100 bucks per hose, depending on the fittings and the length of hose. So you buy a newer piece of equipment, there's less of that you're gonna have to do. I don't mind getting the best deal, waiting for that really low price on that piece of equipment because I'm not afraid to get into it and work on it. I'm not afraid to just figure out how it works. If you're not willing to do that, you're gonna have to spend more money on a piece of equipment or pay somebody else to come out and fix it every time it breaks. Now, paying somebody else to come out and fix it, you live rural like I do, that's a good chunk of change because you're paying for their drive time, the time they're here, they have to go get parts, you're paying for all that. So how much time are you willing to spend getting your hands dirty working on a piece of equipment? That's question number one, and that's a question you have to figure out. Question number two, what type of equipment do you need? If you only have a couple acres, I wouldn't go getting a huge backhoe like mine. That's a massive backhoe for a couple acres. I would get a smaller, like one of those small Kubota tractors, something that size, about the size of a Volkswagen Bug, I guess you'd say, has different attachments you can put on the back. You can do a whole lot with those on a couple acres. A couple acre piece of property doesn't need a big piece of equipment. It doesn't need a construction grade backhoe. You're not gonna be doing that much work. If you do have a big stump to pull, rent a piece of equipment, pull that big stump and you're done. 40 acres, I'm pulling big stumps all the time when I'm cleaning up this property, so I have to have that big construction grade backhoe. Makes my life a lot easier than renting something every time I need to pull a big stump. So the second question, how big a piece of equipment do you need? What are you going to use it for? How often are you going to use it? The best place to get an idea on pricing is going to be Craigslist and Marketplace. You're going to watch Craigslist and Marketplace for probably 6 months, 8 months, to see what deals pop up. There's always gonna be somebody out there that wants to sell something that's in poor condition for way too much. And that's what you're trying to avoid. So watch the market for 6 months or 8 months and get an idea on how fast things are selling and what they're selling for. So you're looking for the best bang for your buck. It's gonna be finding something in a field or next to a barn, doing a lot of research, well, footwork more than research, but just driving around the countryside, looking in fields. You see a tractor in a field you might want, go ask the landowner. See if you can talk him into selling it. See if you can get a look at it. If he doesn't want to sell it, ask him, hey, you know any neighbors of yours that might want to be selling a piece of equipment? I don't have a whole lot of money, but I'm willing to work on something to make it run again. Get the ball rolling that way. That's probably the best bang for your buck, is finding something that somebody it just sits there. They don't even care. It's been sitting there for 10 years, weeds growing up around it, yellow jacket nests all over in it, spiders, whatever. Talk to them and see if they know, if they don't want to sell their tractor, see if they know somebody that might want to sell a tractor. Keep an eye on the tires, hydraulic hoses, radiator hoses, check the oil, check the antifreeze, hydraulic fluid, all that stuff's probably going to have to get changed. Figure that into your price. you never know what they're going to want to sell it for. Maybe they just don't want it there anymore. But it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of wrenching to get that piece of equipment working again. So the older pieces of equipment are a lot easier to work on. They have less to them, less electronics to them. The newer stuff usually has a computer system in it that's going to basically run the motor and run some other gauges and stuff on that piece of equipment. Now, if that computer goes bad, you got to buy that computer. You can't really fix that. Well, maybe you can. I can't fix that. I don't know how to fix a computer. So the older stuff, where you just wrench things apart, clean the pieces up, maybe buy a gasket kit for something like a carburetor, put it back together, you're down the road again. It's running again. The newer stuff, it is newer, so it's going to be a little bit nicer, but if that computer goes bad, you're going to have to buy one from the factory. You're not going to have a workaround for that. So it's something to consider when you're looking at newer equipment versus older equipment. So I hope this has answered some questions about equipment, at least how I look at equipment or where I look for equipment, how I buy it. If not, leave a question in the comments. I'll get to that question. If I can't answer it in a comment, I'll put out another video. If you feel like supporting the channel, we have Patreon, Subscribestar, and an Amazon affiliate link in the description. Click on those, support the channel, or just watch another video. It all helps our channel. Hit that subscribe button, the little bell for notifications, the thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time, guys. Don't forget, go make something.